All right, grasshoppers. We'll wait for more people to get on here, or some people to get on here. More, nobody on. Well, it's me. But we're going to try to get back on having these Thursday shows. Again, we were recording a lot of our full change podcasts on Thursdays and Fridays, and we moved that to just pretty much on Fridays now because we've got a lot of those already done. So I will have more opportunities to get on here on Thursday afternoon, and even possibly get some guests such as Mr. Larry Melnick. We'll see what happens. He's difficult. So now he's shifted from you could only communicate with him before on Joseph. How are you? You could only communicate with Larry Melnick before on email. Now he's switched to WhatsApp. I've always viewed WhatsApp as like for little kids and like that, but there's a lot more people using it for business too because it's encrypted. It's not as interesting. But Joseph Lettuce, what's up there, Joseph Lettuce? Okay, so I'll obviously repeat this a few times during the show. But our podcast launched today at 5 o'clock Thursday morning today. It's full change. Again, our first guest, first episode was with Pierre LaRouche. Funny guy. He held back a little bit, but because he's got some great stories. He's got that French accent too when he tells the stories. He's great. So he'll tell us some stories about the year that he almost scored 50 goals with the Rangers and what happened there. Pretty funny guy. He and I became pretty good friends. He lost his lovely wife. She had a long battle with cancer, and says she's a great person too. So, what else are we going to talk about? So the full change started today. Okay. Oh, we got to get the Joseph. Come on, we've got to get this dance challenge going here. There's hardly anybody doing it, and a lot of people talking about it and chirping about it. But we need to again. The goal is to help raise money for Garden of Dreams at Madison Square Garden. A lot of charities for kids and things like that. So again, which is similar to the Ice Bucket Challenge, which was to raise money for ALS, raise awareness about ALS and raising money for them. So it's the same thing we want to do here with Garden of Dreams. And again, it does not matter how good or bad your dancing is. If I can dance, I am awful. God. So we got to get that going. Full change. Oh, the other one is too. Barry Shelley and his Rink of Dreams awful. It's terrible. I always just know him by Barry, but I think it's Rink of Dreams up in Cooperstown, New York. So Mark Putvink, our good friend, he and his New Jersey Warriors hockey team, it's all veterans, are going up to Cooperstown on a bus this weekend and having a whole series of events. It's going to be a silent auction there to raise money. I think the money's all being raised for the New Jersey Warriors. And what I've done is I've donated one show, like a roughly 45-minute show where somebody, obviously the highest bidder, can come on with themselves and their friends and family, whatever they want to do. Just have some fun. We do whatever they want to do on the show, unless it's not R-rated, which we've gotten away from that now that Larry Melnick's not on. So there's that. There's the dance. There's the Garden of Dreams. There's the Full Change podcast. Look at a lot going on. Oh, found out today too. So I was supposed to be going to Latvia as an ambassador, and this is all through the Department of State as well. And they were emailing me, and I wasn't receiving the email, so they had to get somebody else. I finally figured out that they were trying to get a hold of me. I actually reached back to them, and the guy that hooked me up with them. So they're going to get me on the next one. I don't know where that is yet, where we're going somewhere in the world, but it's kind of exciting. I guess. So this young lady that runs it, the idea is they go into other countries such as Latvia, Riga, Latvia, and in our case, it was going to put on a hockey clinic to show the people there that we're not all a bunch of bad people here in the United States. That's what her job is. That's what they've done. So they have multiple ones like this all over the world. So again, I don't know where the one that I'm going to is, but I kind of disappointed. I was kind of fired up to go to Latvia, but who knows? See where we go next. Maybe we'll go to Southern America. That other trip, that fell apart. I don't know what happened on that trip. I was supposed to go to Venezuela, wherever it was. I think the gentleman that we were going to go see, the story is that his daughter got very sick, so that didn't happen. So, God, I can't be pulling the plug on my stuff. I want to go to Fiji and do Survivor. I'm doing it. I want to go be an ambassador. Isn't that me being an ambassador in some other country? Okay, Full Change launched today at 5 o'clock. Wherever you can get podcasts, it's out there. Just search for Full Change. It was pretty good today. I was very happy. Tom Smith, the great guy, the producer, edits everything, puts some music to it. Sets up the guests a whole bit. Very professional. And he pokes fun at me constantly. My big head, the fact that I tell stories. There's Brian Duffy. Wow, where are you? Wow, that's cool. Greetings from Cape Horn, South America. Wow, that is cool, Brian. What are you doing there? Sexy bugger, you. Cape Horn, South America. Wow, that's someplace I've never been. That's fantastic. I've gotten more into like I don't really feel the need to fly all over the world to have a vacation. I do like the adventure, like going to Fiji for Survivor, then go to Australia. That was cool. I like that kind of stuff. We got an adventure going on, and this the chance to go to Latvia or wherever the next one is. I like that, but I just think there's so many great places here in the U.S. to vacation. But that's mine. Heading to Antarctica, Brian Duffy. Wow, there you go. This man's living life. There you go. That's right. Because Brian was in the. He was a veteran too. That's right. And he, I think I'll say this correctly. He had up all the. What is it for the veterans for the healthcare? He'll tell me. He'll write it down here. Bruce Levine, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. VFWs. What am I thinking about? Jeez, VFWs. So Brian at one point headed up all the VFWs, and I think I'm correct in this in the United States, I believe, is what it was. He mentioned that. That's quite an honor to do that for the veterans. So very cool. All right, so full change started today. Pierre LaRouche, new podcast. Pierre LaRouche is our first guest. It went really well. I was very happy with it. And again, we'll launch every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:00 in the morning. We will launch a new episode. We've got over 30 of them. Fantastic episodes. A lot of fun. Some pretty emotional ones too. It was really shocking how shocking. Shouldn't have been shocking, but it was. And hearing the guys talk about some of the struggles they'd had, and even in some cases attempted suicides, and how those guys were really interesting. How they recovered from those instances, and really not just recovered for their own good, but are helping a lot of other people, particularly kids. So worth the listen. Okay, so we got full change. We've got who we got? So the Barry Shelley Rink of Dreams. You can contact him. I think the best way is on Facebook at Rink of Dreams with Barry Shelley. Our good friend Mark Puttenvig is going up with the New Jersey Warriors. That's a hockey team of all veterans. They're going up to Cooperstown where Barry Shelley is. He's put together a whole weekend of great stuff. And they're having a silent auction. And one of the things they're auctioning off is to come on and have a 45-minute show with me on here. And you can bring anybody you want on. We can talk whatever you want to have. Just we have fun. We can, if there's something you want to promote, we can do that. But again, it's a silent auction, so you've got to get on with. I think go to Rink of Dreams, and I think that's where you'll find out where you can get in on the auction. If you can't, let me know, and we'll figure it out. I'm sure Barry's been fantastic. Barry Shelley's an incredible human being, another former veteran. Got to be a good friend, and he's doing a lot from there, like setting up a whole weekend of a bunch of activities and everything. So it'll be good. So full change. The show. So with Barry Shelley, Rink of Dreams. Our dance challenge, we got to get going, people. We're doing a lot. We got a lot of people talking about it. Do not listen. You saw me dancing. I'm terrible, but I did it. I made a fool of myself. No, you know what? I don't think I made a fool of myself. It's like we're dancing, raising money for a good cause. Lorraine Ratanti, she has put out a video. I'll make sure that's posted again so you can see her do it. She was actually a good dancer. But again, it doesn't matter about how good or bad of a dancer you are. We're trying to raise awareness about Garden of Dreams to raise money for the great causes they have. And have some fun at the same time. Again, nobody's poking fun at each other. You can poke fun at me all you want, but we're not going to poke fun at anybody else. It's cheering each other on. And you know what? It's just the courage to get up and dance and say, listen, you're doing it for a great cause. So we're cheering each other on just because we're going to get up there and dance. Okay. Okay. So dance, full change, Barry Shelley. What else do we want to talk about? We touched on it before. All right. So the new podcast came out to appeal. So great episodes. Brian Duffy going to Antarctica. That's cool. Very nice. All right. Here we go. I was watching Barry Beck interview. He mentioned you, Gresh, and Dukes, his best teammates. Can you take a minute to tell us about the relationship you have? Yeah. I don't know where that interview was. That's interesting. I always got along great with Barry. Had a ton of respect for him. Still, always did. Always will. Still do. Got through some terrible times, obviously. He, it was tough for Barry. I think he never actually talked about this, but looking back, so they'd gone to the finals in '79. And then the following season, they traded away 5 of those players that were on that team for Barry. And he was an incredible player. He could do everything, hit, fight, run the power play, kill penalties, great leader. My role was to be the assistant captain with Barry most of the time. So when, as an assistant captain, your job is, like Barry says, okay, this is the way it's going to be. And it's our job as assistant captains then to make sure that the rest of the team says, okay, yeah, that's the way it's going to be. What Barry says. And it's a hard job sometimes because you're unpopular. You're not always one of the boys as that captain because you've got to keep yourself, like sometimes you got to make decisions and say things that people don't like. And Barry is a strong man. Funny guy too, man. He was flair. There'd be a couple times in warm-ups where he'd come skating over to you, like, pretending he's going to give a big hit on me in warm-ups. And he's a big man, right? So one time he came over in warm-ups at the Garden, and he comes over like he's going to do that. And I just dropped my shoulders to kind of protect myself and knocked him on his ass. And listen, I wasn't, Bubba was way stronger than I was. So it wasn't like this big hit. It was just kind of more of the way it happened. I mean, we were dying laughing at warm-ups, but he was really a funny man, and funny like with the one-liners and everything. And he had his own mind too. Barry's going to do what he wanted to do. We really missed him. I mean, that series we had against the Islanders where we should have beat him. It was at 84 when Kenny Morris scored the game-winning goal in overtime. And Barry was set up the game because he hurt his shoulder. It was Pat Flatley that hit him the night before, game before. But he was. There was times we had games. I remember there was one game in Washington. I don't know why I remember this game. We were losing, and we both kind of looked at each other and said, "That's enough of that." And we just hammered everybody. I remember Frank Brown the next day, and the paper wrote that we played like a couple of linebackers, and he was good that way. So I had a game where Bobby Nystrom knocked me out cold, and I spent the night in the hospital. I came back and played the next game, and when Nystrom came around me, I was going to fight Nystrom. He was way tougher than I was, but I'm sure I knocked him on his ass, and Bubba was on the bench, and he got up and just roared like, "Tommy, way to go, Tommy!" Like really brought attention to it. Like he wanted to show everybody that they all saw that, because after something like that happens, you can't, you don't necessarily have to go fight the guy, but you certainly can't back away from him at that point. So Bubba was good that way. Good team player, talented too, man. What a big man. But I just think some of the times, like he was like a little kid. He was funny. Man, a lot of pressure on him too, though. So that was cool that he mentioned us. But hi, Lorraine. Lorraine. So this is Lorraine. So Lorraine has posted her dance video. I wish everybody else, I've not seen anybody else post a dance video. We need to get going. Lorraine did it. Good job by you, Lorraine. She was not comfortable in doing it, but she knew it was for a good cause. Let me see. Pre-NHL, which minor league team would you like to play on? Why? None. Didn't want to play in the minors. Yeah. My goal was playing the National Hockey League. So, I mean, I don't maybe rude when I say it that way, but there's just, I played in New Haven. It was the Rangers farm team at the end of my college season. And that was a great experience for me. Knew what I had to do to get ready to play next year. Went back to Marquette, Michigan, got in shape, and there was no thought about playing in the minors. Yeah. Hope I read that the right way. Pre-NHL, which minor league team would you have liked to play on? Yeah. Okay, here he is. Here he is. Okay. Funny, I was watching an old show from the past and came here and you were telling the same story. Oh, very, very, very. So, Barry, we were just talking about Rink of Dreams. Is that where people can go to bid on anything that's at the auction this weekend, and particularly that show that that I'm going to do with somebody for 45 minutes, or roughly 45 minutes? Is that where they go, to Rink of Dreams, to do that? Okay, yes. So the answer is yes. Thank you, Barry. Barry Shelley, I got to tell you, what an incredible human being. He gets you some award or something like that, like sainthood or something, all the stuff you're doing. Okay. That's funny. I was watching an old show from the past. Came here and we're telling the same story. Oh, that's good. That's funny. All right. What's I haven't watched the Kings very much. What needs do the Kings have required? But I have heard more talk that it is a goaltender, that they really don't have somebody that there's like a young Jonathan Quick. I would think that they would trade Quick. I'm assuming he's got a no move clause in his contract. So if he wants to, but some contending team that needs a like a real solid backup goaltender, or a 1A goaltender. Yeah. Michael Masson. Tom, how was George McPhee as a teammate? Good. Real good. Oh, man, was he tough too. Yeah. He was almost too tough for his body. He got hurt a lot because of that. But, man, I remember I'd forgotten, I watched some old games too. And him and Ron Duguay and Mike Backman. Mike Backman was a gritty little player too. They were all get together, and they had a great job, forecheck and banging and crashing and making things happen. So Yeah, really good teammates. Intelligent guy too. Obviously, he's gone off. He went to law school and started off as an agent briefly, general manager. So he's done a great job where he was at. So I'm really proud of him. How do you feel about Tarasenko trade and the likelihood the Rangers will be able to keep him? Well, I'll tell you, for players once they get here to New York, the way they're treated by the Rangers, I mean, obviously money talks, so they're gonna have to be able to pay them, but they're treated so good by the team that most guys that get here don't want to leave here. Playing in Manhattan. There's some guys that aren't Manhattan kind of guys, but most guys are. You just don't realize what it's like to play at Madison Square Garden, on the 5th floor in the middle of Manhattan. So it's a special place. And once you get here, and again, they've got a good hockey team. So if the money's equal every place else, you've got a chance to win here every year for several years now. So I would think they'd have a good chance. Let me think here. Let me see here, Barry. Do you mind if I post a link to the group so people can bid? Absolutely do that, Barry. Post it right here. Definitely. Yeah. So again, Barry's got this weekend planned for Mark Puttenvink's team. The New Jersey Warriors are going up to Cooperstown. Barry's got a bunch of events planned, silent auction, all kinds of different stuff. Going to a Utica Hornets, I think is game. Yeah. So, oh, here we go. Here we go. Larry Melnick's best friend now, Doug DeVito. Like he just jumped ship. Doug, okay, we need you to post a video of you dancing. You posted like in the comments on my site, but you need to copy me on it. We need to see you dancing. We need to draw attention to the Garden of Dreams. We need to get going on this, everybody. I'm very disappointed. Utica Comets, that's what it is, Barry. Thank you. So got a great weekend. Okay, so all the things we got to talk about. So we're gonna get the dance challenge going. Barry Shelley's got this auction going there. He put a link there that you can go to donate or excuse me, bid on things. So the podcast started today. Pierre LaRouche was our first guest on Full Change. Wherever you can get podcasts, that's where we are. Pierre's a great storyteller, the French accent and everything. Funny guy, one of my best teammates ever. So that was good. What else we got? We got the Full Change. We got Barry Shelley's thing, the podcast. Yeah, that's Full Change. What else do we want to talk about? There's something else here. Okay. All right. Old buddy, pal. Oh, God. Brendan Duffy. Brian Duffy's on here. Brendan Duffy's on here. Now that Dolan is using face recognition to scan folks, will Larry now? Oh, the grouchy meter will probably go off, right? You'll see that Larry Melkins there, that big lip hanging down. Oh, God. Excuse me. So just, there's a level of frustration when you're Larry's best friend, right? Because like now, at first he could only communicate via email. Now it's moved over to WhatsApp. So I feel like I'm a teenage girl, although I felt like that's what WhatsApp was. But I see a lot more business people using WhatsApp because it's fully encrypted from end to end. So it's a communication thing with Larry that's frustrating, right? It's like, like with my abandonment issues, I feel like he's abandoning me as a friend. So it's kind of difficult, but he's talking about my feelings all the time. Okay, what am I missing here? Full Change, the dance challenge, Barry Shelley's thing going on. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Your car. Not sure if you've discussed this yesterday. Well, at least since yesterday. So the car is back. A refurbished engine by GM, 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty on it. So I feel like my logic is that I've upgraded the car actually now. Expensive upgrade, but the car's all paid off and everything, and it's got 120,000 miles on it. I'm going to try to get like 300,000 miles on it. So yeah, it's an upgrade. What else? I was just thinking about it too. Something. What was it? God, my mind's going. Tom, you need to get Pierre. So what we're going to do is, so Pierre LaRouche is on our Full Change podcast. So we'll wait a little while that podcast is up, and then we'll get Pierre on the show. Yes, we will do that. Let me see. Brendan Duffy, my personal sleep expert. Did you ask Dance Larry to be your dance? And again, good. You know what? Great thinking by you, Brendan Duffy. Good thinking. Yes, I will get him. Yes, he better do it too. And then in comes Brian, the brother Duffy. What is the link to the post dance videos? I may try to send you one from Thunder. So so do the dance. That'd be classic. Doing it from Antarctica. That'd be really good. So then post it and copy me or you. How do you I'm terrible today. So you, so that I know that how do you do that in post? What's that called? Help me out here, folks. So post it and it's not pin me. What do you do? Mark it so that I see it. And then there's a link on I've pinned my dance video to the side. It goes to the top of my page. And there's a link there to the MSG tag you. Thanks, Lorraine. Jeez, got brain damage here today. So tag me, right? And then I guess then it shows up on my page too. And then there's a link there to the Garden of Dreams with it. It's a kind of a combination Garden of Dreams and True Good Life thing. So, Barry's leaving. He's a busy man. He's so busy he has to leave. In the middle of the show. All right, brother. Have a fun weekend. Oh, there's another thing. My schedule too. So this just came up last night. I'm going to be up in Binghamton this weekend. This lovely woman, Jen O'Brien, puts on. She's actively involved with kids with. I guess it's handicapped kids is the best way to use the best phrase to use. So she puts on a hockey tournament up there in Binghamton for kids with that are handicapped in different ways, mentally, physically handicapped. It's a fantastic event. I posted some pictures last year. Fun little guy, pretending he was really into it too. And he was punching me in the head, and I was backing up. And so some of the games are indoors, some of the games are outdoors. I don't know if whether they're going to be able to do them outdoors now. But this family has an outdoor rink on their farm. The father of the family used to be a college player. I can't remember where he played. It was Colgate or Cornell. And obviously he's done well in life. They got a rink, and they've got a cabin there that I stay in that's like a classic. So it's a great trip to go to. It's a little bit of a haul to get up there, a couple, 2.5 or 3 hours. But again, it's a great cause. Jen O'Brien puts it on. And you're up there with these kids, and they're having a blast. You know, they're pretty good about, they kind of rate them, their level of how much they're handicapped, and they kind of make it even for everybody. But the kids are fantastic. There's I got a great picture taken last year with one of the coaches of one of the teams. I posted it too. He's it looked like Santa Claus. I think he does play Santa Claus sometimes, get the big long white beard and everything. So it's one of those events that you're going up there to help them, but you end up getting more out of it than everybody else does. It's a ton of fun. So I'll be up there in Binghamton this weekend and go up Saturday morning. We're going to record a few more podcasts tomorrow, Tom Smith and I. And then I'll leave Saturday morning. And then on Monday night, I'm up in Bolton, Connecticut at a clinic for the young kids up there. So busy schedule, a little driving around, but a lot of fun though. I'm really excited about this Full Change podcast, something we've been working on for a while. Very happy with the product. And actually really pleasantly surprised at some of the shows. Again, it is a lot about hockey, but it's about life stories too, about the battle to get to the National Hockey League, the battle to stay in the National Hockey League, some things that happen, some of the feelings about getting traded and all those things. And then some of the stories about after the game, some of the stuff that's happened to guys, sad in some ways, very like the way they recovered and the people are helping now. So it's a lot of good stories. Yeah, I was thinking about this, Barry. I've got to go up there. So I guess where we are is not too far from Cooperstown, where Barry is, and where the Warriors are going to be. But this wasn't even planned. This just came up, just like yesterday, they called me. So I've got to go be at this thing on Saturday. Again, I'm recording podcast on Friday, so I can't leave to go up there until Saturday morning. It's about 60 miles. So, but there's a bunch of events planned on Saturday. If I can get away on Saturday, I certainly will. Then on Sunday, there's more events planned, and I'm driving back home. So I would love to get over there, Barry. That'd be fantastic. I know we were going to try to get together last year, and I had to leave early, so a lot of fun. 60 miles. So again, donating. So Barry Shelley put the link up here in these comments for if you want to bid on any of the items that Barry has up for auction for the silent auction. I have donated a 45-minute show that people can come on. We can have it be to promote something of yours, just to have fun. We can make it educational. If you want, what do we do? You can come on, a bunch of friends, just have a blast. So again, if you want to bid on that, you can go to the link that Barry Shelley had posted on the comments here on the side. And so full change again. Really love this. A lot of great stories. I think you're really going to enjoy it. That came out today. Again, every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 5:00, those will be posted. And so the dance contest, we have got to get going. Lorraine has done it. She's a trooper. She was not totally happy about doing it, but she did it. Thank you very much, Lorraine. Again, post the video of you dancing and do not worry about how you look. Just put your heart into it. This is for a great cause, for the Garden of Dreams. Post it and tag me. That's the word, tag me. And and then people can go to the link. Again, what you're trying to do is just draw attention to the Garden of Dreams with our dancing and have some fun. It's a fun thing. We're not judging anybody else. If anybody saw my dance video, that was scary. It was like a big dummy moving around. And I've actually tried to work on my dancing too. That I don't know, man. I have a little bit more work to do. Thank you, Barry. So Barry sent me these pictures. So when he says that I don't have them, that's very sweet of him to say that. But Tom also donated $5. I signed them. He sent them here, and I signed them. So Barry put the ball together. Barry's put a lot of work into this weekend. I'll tell you, a lot of work. I know the Warriors really appreciate it too. Mark Putnam talks about it all the time, how much work you put into it. So it'll be a fun weekend up there in Cooperstown, New York. And again, Barry has posted that link. So if you want to make donations or bid on items, you can certainly do that. What else is going on? The dance thing's disappointing me. I got to tell you, we got to get going. Do not worry about how you look. Come on, that's what the True Grit Life's all about. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Another thing too is I need somebody's help on websites. Everybody knows what website. My True Grit Life website is down. I went to get on it, and it's down. It's just not working. I don't know what it is. And being the IT not expert that I am, not quite sure. I haven't really figured out what I need to do. So if anybody's a IT expert and work on websites, that would be great if you wanted to help. All right. So a busy weekend coming up. Again, we're doing a couple more podcasts tomorrow. Podcast. What am I thinking? Man, my mind is really gone today. So a couple more podcasts tomorrow. Heading up to Binghamton on Saturday morning. Participate in that fun event up there that Jen O'Brien puts on for handicapped young kids. Well, it's not just young kids too. There's more adults too, but they really categorize them properly. So that's on the weekend, and then on Monday night we will be in Bolton, Connecticut, with the Junior Rangers Hockey Clinic. They've been fun events for the. I've gotten much more into the, as you know, the motivational speaking. So when I go to these events, obviously I'm there to help with the clinic, but it's also like the psychological part of the game and life. So I have good talks with the kids and try to make an impact. If you can really change one person's life when you're up there, I think one of the biggest things we try to get across to those kids is that there's really, the goal to me should be to play in the National Hockey League. But then make sure they understand the chances are against you making it. But it's the process of the work that goes into trying to get there that really matters, really kind of changes your life. And then along the way, you'll have some failures, some successes, and you realize that that's just what life's all about. You just got to keep on moving forward, and you'll get better and better all the time. So I've noticed the parents are really like, when you get talking about it, they're like, listen, you got to listen to this, little Johnny. And so they want their kids to learn that stuff. So it's been tough. I'm dealing with a lot of people now who, a lot of young people, particularly young men, not limited to men, but young men that are like really, everything's happened with the pandemic. And so a lot of issues with depression and anxiety and all that. So a busy time in the mental health world. One of my good friends has become this Corey Hurst, the guy, former Ranger goaltender. He played for other teams as well, but he's really big. He does a lot of speaking engagements now. Real powerful speaker, telling about his story, about what it was like when he started suffering his mental health issues while he was playing with the Rangers, and the difficulty. And it's not the Rangers' fault or anybody. It was the culture. Then some of the culture is still like that, where it's just hard for anybody. A place like the sports world, not limited to the sports world, but the sports world, to come out and talk about a mental health issue, because that stigma, you're worried, am I going to get, kind of people going to think I'm weak or whatever. And that's changing. But it's got to change more. Like I went through it. We joke around about, but I went through it myself, because I've been here, talking to other people what they got to do. They got to come out and get help and everything. Then a few people had said to me, well, Tom, what about you? You're 64 years old. You're twice divorced, in and out of relationships. What's the common denominator there? It's Tom Laidlaw. So maybe I need to work on myself. So a little bit of self-help. And it's not always easy, but once you start doing that thing, though, you realize, like, again, you start to think, what are people going to think about me? In many cases in your life, you worry about what are people going to think about me if I do this or that. And then you look back at it later on, people are busy with their own lives. They may briefly have some opinion about you, but they have opinions about you anyway. We're all like that. We all judge other people. Doesn't mean we're always, being negative towards them, but everybody judges. Yeah. Yes. Good point here, Brendan. Yeah. Even Michael Phelps has sought help, so it's not okay. So it's okay not to be okay. Yeah, I've seen him speak, and he's very open about that. Talking about stuff, and he's trying to help other people. Yeah, and the sports world, it's tough. But it's not just the sports world; it's any world. Young people with their peers, and businesses. Like I was on a panel one time talking about lawyers, what they deal with, they've got mental health issues. Because again, if they're viewed to be mentally unstable or something, the lawyers, people are counting on them to make decisions for them. So a lot of tough. But again, you know what? Like I took another step for me by coming out and talk about, like, first of all, figuring out what the heck is going on with me, and then coming out and talk about it too, like abandonment. God, but so it goes. Jessica, how are you? Jessica, I think Jessica said she's going to put in, maybe I'm wrong. I heard her say that she was going to do a dance video. Again, our dance challenge is on, and we have not been getting the response that we need. But I think that Barry Shelley's going to have a group of guys dancing up there this week. I've been up in Cooperstown, so that'll be interesting to watch that. That'd be fun. That'd be a good one. Again, it's to raise money for the Garden of Dreams, which helps a lot of kids, not just kids, but a lot of stuff is for kids, and so that's a great cause. But again, you do not have to worry about how nobody's going to judge you. Okay, if they want to pick on somebody, they can pick on me. They can poke fun at me, which they have done. Okay, so that's fine. But everybody else, just put the video in. In fact, the people we should pick on are the ones that are not putting in a video, right? How about that? So just put in the video. Don't worry about how good or bad of a dancer you are. Just have some fun. Put your heart into it. That's all that matters. So we got the dance challenge. Barry Shelley again posted the link where you can bid on items for his event that he's got going on up in Cooperstown, New York, for the New Jersey Warriors, Mark Puttenvink's team. Barry's done a ton of work on that. Okay, here's a good point, Jessica. I'm not a dancer. Did you see me dance? Man, I'm not a dancer either. That's the point. That's the point right there. It's even better when you are not a dancer. So a person that can dance, well, it's no big deal. They can get up and dance. We still want them to do it, but the more important thing is the people that can't dance need to do it, right? Because that's going to make other people say, you'll feel so good about yourself after. Nobody's laughing. Again, they can laugh at me. That's okay. It happens a lot. But we're not going to dance. So Jessica posts a dance video. Nobody's going to poke fun at her, because you know what? Especially if somebody else is sitting on the couch and they're not putting in a dance video, right? So let me see. Tom, I was having a spasm, not dancing. That's okay. That's all right. No, if you see me dancing, there's nothing that pointing me posting that. It can't be much worse than mine. So, okay, Jessica, thank you. Okay, but I'll see what I can do. No, nay, as the great Larry Melnick says. We want you dancing, Jessica. Please. You're going to be the leader for other people here. Lorraine's done it. I've done it. Lorraine was actually a good dancer. I was not, was not, probably never will be. So it doesn't matter how, okay, it's a great cause. You're going to feel so good about yourself, Jessica. All these other people are sitting on the couch, not doing it. But now Brian Duffy, he's going to go all the way to Antarctica to do his dance video. Brendan Duffy, the sleep excerpt, he may do a video in his sleep. That'd be nice to see him do that. Clothed. We do not want any nudity. Okay, Brendan. All right. Tommy Smith. Oh boy, we're black. Okay, so Tom Smith is my producer the producer for the show. It's my producer. Yeah, my producer for our Full Change podcast. And it's funny because every time he comes in, I've got a black shirt, and he says, "Tom, you got to change the shirt. You look like you're just all you can see is a head. It's a black background, and the black shirt just leaves a bobbing head there." So, of course, I need guidance. I was all on my own today, so of course I just turned to the black T-shirt. That's the way it goes. Let me see here. Joseph Lettuce. Where's Joseph Lettuce? Get some Rangers. Yeah, definitely. You know what? That's a good point. Get them to dance. Really. It's a great cause. It's the Garden of Dreams. It does not matter how good or bad of a dancer you are. Again, the only thing that matters is get off the couch and dance, right? The people that are sitting on the couch making fun of anybody else, no. Nay. He's made a comment Larry has made a comment that he can find other ways to embarrass himself. True. Very true. He can find many ways to embarrass himself, but this is for a cause. It's to raise money. That's what we got to put the focus on. Raising money. How good or bad of a dancer you are doesn't matter. The fact that you get up and dance is better than the people that are sitting on the couch not dancing, right? That's all that matters. Okay, so the dance challenge. Again, Full Change started today. First guest was Pierre LaRouche. So Tom Smith is a producer. We've become pretty good friends. So when we do these shows, we line up people. So we do a show for 45 minutes or an hour. Then we may have to sit around for an hour and wait for the next show to get going. Other people, who's got them scheduled. So we've gotten to be pretty good buddies. He picks on me quite a bit, though. For a small guy with no hair, but see, I think I kind of let it happen because I don't want to make him feel bad. So, Billy, Concha Didiac, where are you? Why have you not started dancing yet? Why have you not made a dance video? Mr. Always chirping, always poking fun at everybody else, but won't get off the couch and dance for a good cause, Garden of Dreams. Okay. Got to get this going. All right. And when you do it with a vengeance, passion. That'd be nice. Yeah. That'd be cool. Get Gallant to dance. He got stung by a bee too. A couple of bees. He's allergic. A little swollen up. That would be great to get some of the players, but I can't ask that. That's something I promise I will. What's wrong with like right now? Like get the phone, set it down, dance for 30 seconds. Put the music on, dance for 30 seconds. That's it. It's easy. I will. I promise I will. There is the deadline was yesterday for the dance videos. If I put a deadline on it, like say for a year, then people aren't going to do it. So there is no deadline. It's now. Great cause. Okay. Great cause. Garden of Dreams. Brian Duffy. He's going to do his from Antarctica. Yes. So that if people can't do it in their own, he's going all the way to Antarctica specifically to do his dance for the dance challenge. If people can't get off the couch like Bill Contradidiac and do his dance video, then I am very disappointed in them. Okay. Let me get that dance challenge going. All right. Again, Full Change. That's out today. Barry Shelley's thing. He put a link there if somebody wants to bid on any of the items. I presume it's any of the items he's got up, and including for the show. So I've donated a 45-minute show. It could be 44 or 43, but roughly 45. So people can bid on that. And again, you can come on, do whatever you want. You come on by yourself. You have a bunch of friends, family. Again, we use this technology to go StreamYard so people can be in different locations and just have some fun. Or we can promote something that you've got going on, a business, a charity, whatever you want to do. But again, they raise money for Barry Shelley's charity he's got going for the New Jersey Warriors. Their event's up in Cooperstown this weekend. Barry's done a lot of work to create a great event. I know they got a ton of things planned up there. Hope they video a lot so we can see a lot of that too. Again, this weekend for me, I will be in Binghamton, New York. Again, Jen O'Brien, this fantastic woman, puts on a hockey tournament for young handicapped. Well, it's not just young people; it's handicapped people, and some of the games are indoors at the big arena there in Binghamton, and some of the games are at an outdoor rink. This family owns an outdoor rink. The father had played college hockey, I think, at Cornell or Colgate, and he's done very well in life. Got this outdoor rink. They've got a cabin that I stayed in up there. I stayed in last year. Great event, tons of fun, and a little bit of a hike, about a 2.5-hour hike, but it's all worth it. It's one of those events I said to before too, that you go to it and you're going up there to help other people, but you get so much out of it because you see these young people that are handicapped and they're having a ball. They don't care about anything. They're playing hockey. They're having fun. They even had a fight last year. It was pretty good, pretty about to it. I guess the one guy that got in the fight had done it before, and his father was coaching, and he went out on the ice and he laid into him. That's I don't know how to say it the right way, but the fact that they're handicapped, really the way the parents treated them and the way the tournament was like, no, we're not going to sit around and feel sorry for you. This is, go live life. And they were doing that too. They're funny on the bench, asking me questions and stuff and laughing and joking around. And some of them were pretty intense. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, you're right, Jessica. Maybe too warm for the outdoor rink. Yeah. Yeah, it probably is. I know where Barry Shelley's putting on the event in Cooperstown was about 60 miles away. I believe they're not going to be able to have a game on ice because it was outdoors as well. But you never know. At this rink where we're at this weekend in Binghamton, it's got all the refrigeration and everything, so he may be able to still have ice. I'm not sure, but it'll still be a fun time anyway. So, a fun time again. All right, big things. Full Change podcast starts here today at 5:00. So every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:00 in the morning, they will be posted. Pierre LaRouche was our first guest today. Tons of fun. He's got a great personality. They're telling stories with a French accent and everything. And then we've got the dance challenge we want to get going. That's going to happen. Barry Shelley's event in Cooperstown this weekend. Again, he posted the link where you can go and bid on items that they got for the silent auction. I will be in Binghamton this weekend at that fantastic event. And then on Monday night, I'm in Bolton, Connecticut at our Junior Rangers clinic they put on up there. So having fun with the little kiddies there. So be good. And then Tom Smith and I, the short little guy with no hair, will be recording some more videos, some more podcasts tomorrow afternoon as well. Two great guests. I think that's just about it, guys. So I just want to be, so again, Tom and I have been recording a lot of videos on Thursday afternoon, so I have not been able to do this show, but I'm going to try to get back at it again. And again, we got stuff like the stuff with Barry Shelley's doing. So we really try to promote that. And again, guys, I want this dance challenge has got to get going. Get off the couch. Don't worry about how you look. Okay, the rule is the only person that people can make fun of is me. Okay, nobody else is going to make fun of anybody else. The only people we're going to make fun of is people that sit on the couch and don't post a video. Okay, it's a great cause. It's not about the dance. It's about how much you put into it. So, okay, here you go. I like it. All right. Make it truth or dare. Dance or donate. Either dance or donate. No excuses for bad dancers. Yeah. Good job, Brendan. You sleep expert, you snoring expert. Make it truth or dare. Yeah. We'd like to do both. We want to raise as much money. But again, if you're going to post a video of you dancing, so that's the goal there of that is to draw attention to the charity that we're trying to donate money for. So if you dance, you're really getting money brought in because other people will see you dancing and think, okay, I don't want to dance, but I'm going to donate money. Okay, I like that. The goal here, guys, is to donate as much money as possible. The Rangers have got a specific link set up, or Madison Square Garden has got a specific link set up, so they'll know it's a Garden of Dreams True Grit Life link, so they'll know what money's coming through. We want to raise a ton of money, draw a ton of attention to the charity itself, so other people can donate money too. So. Let me see what Billy's got to say here. Since you're all over since you are all over like dog, please post your dance times at all your events, podcasts, Facebook Live. Okay, I'll try to read this again. Please post your dates, times to all your events, podcasts. Okay, I got you. All right, I will. I understand. Yeah. So yeah, I will do a better job of getting back on a regular schedule with this show, like doing it every Thursday. The Mark Puttenvink shows every Monday at 11 o'clock. Do that one on Wednesday at 10 o'clock with Rich Gabberty. I'll start to do a much better job trying to make sure those are consistent, and I'll post more of what other events. And again, I'll do more of where we're going to be because there's a lot of people that like up Bolton, Connecticut. Maybe there's somebody that lives up there that follows the show, so they stop by and have a little chit chat, have some fun. You know what, Bill? You know what, Bill? That warms me to the cockles. You know that fans want to support you, buddy. Thank you. You're right. I have to do a better job, people. Before, I guess it seems like they're posting videos or pictures of after I've been at the event. You're right. I should do more of doing stuff before the event so people know where I'm going to be. So again, Binghamton this weekend. I will. So it's the big rink. Again, Jen O'Brien does a fantastic job. I believe the bulk of the games are in the afternoon on Saturday. At the big rink in Binghamton there. I know it was open to the public. It's a ton of fun. Again, there's this private rink. I don't think that's open to the public. There's a private rink where it was outdoor. But again, as Jessica said, the weather's going to be too warm for us to do that. Again, so that's up in Binghamton on Monday night. Again at Bolton, Connecticut, at the rink there, the Bolton Ice Palace, I think it's called. So, see, I'm not just a pretty face with muscles. You're actually a good man. I hate to admit it, but oh god. All right, so this is a breakthrough too. So GM refurbishes engines, so it's basically like a brand new engine. They give you a 3-year 100,000-mile warranty. So I viewed it that yes, it was unfortunate, but my car's all paid off, got 120,000 miles on with a brand new engine in it with a warranty on it. So I viewed it that this was a success. We look at it, compare it very positively, and the car's working fantastic. Yes. So we'll be heading up to Binghamton. It better work good because I'm heading to Binghamton. So it's about a 2.5, 3-hour drive. So that's fun. All right. So everybody, if you get a chance, go over to the link that Barry Shelley posted there. If you want to donate some money or bid on some items, I keep saying that wrong, bid on some items that he's got there. There's some pictures of me. I don't know if you want those or not. And again, we've got a 45-minute show that we have donated. They can do whatever you want to do with it. You can be on with me and a bunch of friends or family, or promote something, a business, a charity, have some fun, do whatever. That's over there. You can bid on that where Barry's link has been. And we're going to all be listening to the Full Change podcast with Pierre LaRouche, who's the first one today. We'll be posting another one on next Tuesday morning at 5 o'clock and Thursday morning at 5 o'clock, and that'll go on forever. All right, guys, let's have a great weekend. Get a lot done. Get the dances, get off that couch. Dance. Do not worry about how you look. Again, it's for a fantastic cause. All right. And if you're not going to dance, then you can go donate or get somebody else to donate. But again, the goal is to raise awareness about Garden of Dreams. We know it's there, but raise more awareness about it and raise as much money as possible too. So, all right, guys, have a fantastic weekend. And we will see you in the next week.